Hi, Nicole. It's Julie Murdaugh here. I thought I'd show you quickly how to do the Readworks reading passage and questions if that's something you wanted to do. So over here, I have my Readworks passage already pulled up. I went ahead and grabbed a second grade, something short so I could show you how to do it. It's not too difficult, but OTUS on advanced assessments is definitely not intuitive. There are some tricky things on where to enter things. So I thought I'd give you a quick tutorial. So when you're in your OTUS account, if you just go to your assessments tab, you can go to create an assessment. You're going to actually make an advanced assessment and you can do Readworks passage. You can title this whatever you want. Then I'm just going to do, it doesn't really matter what you call it here. I'm just going to call it an assignment and I'm going to go ahead and put it in my formative gradebook. I do recommend formative just because then you can take those scores and do what you want with them. So this is going to bring you to the assessment builder page. This section up here is going to show as you add questions. This is actually the builder. So this is the place where it will show that you have questions in your assignment. Now down here is the item bank. There are items already in here from OTUS, but that is not what we're using. So you're not going to do anything down here until yours start to show up. Now yours will show up once you hit this create button. I do want to show you a couple of things. Always use this save and exit button if you are leaving your assessment. That way you won't lose any of your work. So we're in the Readworks passage. I know that because I can see that up here. We don't have any questions yet in the assessment, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say you want to start with the actual passage from Readworks. And you'll see here that I have Readworks pulled up already. And I'm going to start by adding the actual reading passage I want students to read. So I'm going to hit that create button. That was over here on the right-hand side. Hopefully I didn't do that too fast. I'm going to title it. I'm actually going to title it the title of the article in case I want to do more than one. And so the title of my article is Oranges. I'm going to put Oranges Passage. Now, it won't let you save it unless you have a title. So make sure you have a title there. And then all you need to do is click Add New. Now, here's where it's going to give you all the question types down here. We don't need that yet. We need to insert the passage. We'll need question types in just a minute. Up here, these question types are mostly middle schools and math. You're not going to need those. You will most likely use multiple choice, written and recorded, and highlight and drawing. But before we can do questions, we need to add the passage in. So you're going to want to go here to Features, click on Features. Now in Features, it'll give you this passage option. You see that? That'll allow you to cut and paste text into here. So you don't have to put a heading. You can if you want to. You can put Oranges from Tree to You. I literally can just cut and paste this. And I'm going to paste that right there. So I don't know what it's doing there. Oranges from Tree to You. Now, I want to just take this passage and cut and paste it and put it in there. Now, there's two ways to do that. One way is you can actually just do exactly what I said, which is cut and paste, grab the text, copy, I'm sorry, not cut and paste, copy and paste, and I can paste it in. Now, you'll see here that it takes it and it makes it a very small font. So what you can do is you can increase that font size to whatever size you want. I think in second grade, usually most of the assessments I've made have been around 25. And I can leave it just like that and there's the text. But I do want to enter that image because I think it's important that the students see that. So in order to enter that image, I'm just going to take a screenshot, which is really easy. So on a MacBook, it's Command-Shift-4. And it'll give you this little tool cutter here. Command-Shift-4. Now I have a screenshot of that. That's going to be on my desktop. So I go back into my OTUS document and I'm just going to hit this image button right here. So the image button is going to allow me to select an image from my computer. I go to my desktop. My screenshots usually are in order. This should be the one I just did. Excellent, it is. Find the screenshot you want and put it in. So now, and if I want that centered, I just hit the center button. So this toolbar is very similar to that we use on Google Docs or any of those other things. So now I have the picture and I have the text and I want to make sure that I save that. Okay. So as you'll see, when you hit save, it takes you back to the assessment builder. So you can see here, this is the assessment builder. Here are the items you have now made. So any items you've created will be down here, and you can add them to your assessment. And the way to do that is to click this arrow and to hit add. Now, see, mine won't add. Some people's will add without the standards. Mine will not. So I'm actually going to go back into the passage because I need to align this to standards. And I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So back in, when you hit the edit button, you have to go back and hit the edit button again. And then you're going to want to link it to standards. And we do that right here. So when I want to link to the standards, I can look here that it's Common Core State Standards. That's interesting. That's not how we do ours. CCRA. Okay. So let's look. I'm going to link here. Now, in order to have it in your gradebook, you're going to want to link both the content standards. So second grade, this is reading for information. And then you're going to also want to link the state standard for more information. Now, you don't have to link the state standard, but it is helpful in terms of understanding what students need to actually work on. So if I want to go into my informational text, it gave me, what did it say? It said 1, 2, and 10. So I'm assuming that they mean 1, 2. And then if I go out, 10. Those are what I'm going to pick. Okay. So now when I hit save, you will see again, it takes me back out. I want to go back to the assessment builder. So here's the question. I'm going to go back to the assessment builder. And now I'm going to add it to my assessment, which I don't know why it's not adding for me. Let me reload my page, see if that's helping. Okay, we were having issues adding, so we're going to start from here. So now let's back out a second. So on my assessment page, if I want to find it, I'm going to go make sure I'm in drafts. I'm going to scroll down and I see it's right here, Readworks passage that I'm working on with my students. I want to go back in and see if I can get it to add it. I know I'm in my Readworks passage because it says it, and I know that I have nothing in my assessment yet because my assessment builder is empty. Now, in order to get it to add, I open it up and I hit add, and it's still not adding. So I don't know what it is doing. All right, let me show you how to add questions and then we'll go back hopefully. So your Oranges passage, you can open it back up in order to cut and paste questions. You will want to go ahead and add your first question on your first page. So I'm going to choose multiple choice. This is the one you're going to use if there's one answer choice. This is the one you're going to use if there's multiple answer choices. So here's my multiple choice. I'm going to go right to my passage. I'm going to choose the questions. Here we go. Okay, so I'm literally going to cut and paste this question. Where do answers grow? Excuse me, copy and paste. I'm going to enter the question right here. I pasted it in. I'm going to make the font bigger. Now, if I want to read the question to them, I simply click here, audio. I can click the button or the bar. I tend to use the bar most often, and then I can read the question to them. Where do oranges grow? I hit finish. I can play it. Where do oranges grow? I can hit OK. It'll show you down here that the preview is available. You can listen to it again there if you want to. I can hit OK, and it puts the bar right in. Now here's the question. I'm going to go ahead and put in the answer choices. Now I'll show you the trick I use for doing this is I put them right here. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now, I go ahead and change the font on all of these right now. And then I just do this. A, B, see. I cut this and I paste it right here. I cut this. I paste it right here. I cut this. I paste it right here. I delete these. I delete this. And now I have my question. I have the question being read to students, and I have the 3 answer choices. Don't forget down here to select the correct answer choice. I'm not sure what the answer is. I'm just going to pretend it's C. Now I know my answer choice is there, and I know that I already have it linked to standards because I already linked those. And I hit save. Now I have my reading passage. I have question number 1 down here. If I want to read the passage to the students, I can go back in and edit. I can go right here, and I can do the same thing with the record buttons. Let me take you back out. Remember, this is how you enter any audio. Click audio, click bar, click record. This is where I can record the passage for my students. Once I'm done recording, I make sure that I give it a few seconds before I hit finish, or it will cut it off. And then this would obviously be you reading the passage to them. And I hit OK, and it will upload you reading the passage right there. So now that I'm done with the passage and question number 1, I can hit back. It will take me to the passage, and now hopefully it will add it. There we go. So now you can see that as you write the questions, it will add them up here into the assessment builder. So that was question number 1. If I want question number 2, I go back in and I write oranges. Remember, everything has to have a title. Number 2. I hit add new. I go multiple choice. I choose multiple choice. I go into my document. I cut and paste the question and the answers. Excuse me, copy and paste. I keep saying that. I apologize. Now this is just a big symbol. Just delete those. I'm just hitting on the button on the image. I take this whole question. I'm going to blow it up to a size that's bigger so I can maneuver it. I take these out. I cut and paste them down here just like I did before. I hit save. Let's pretend it's ready. It takes me out. I hit add. It already has it up here. Now, all of these standards are going to be the same. So if they are, and actually because they're all the same standards, you could go ahead and enter them all in the same item number, but you don't have to. So I could go in here, edit. Whenever you want to edit these, you have to click on the button on the actual question, and then you also have to hit edit over here. It's very strange that that's how OTUS makes you do it, but that is it. Now, what I was saying is if I want to edit this, I can actually go down here and hit add, and I can just add question 2, question 3, question 4, because they're all the same standard. Once it's done, I'm going to hit save and exit. And then I assign that assessment like any other assessment in my assessment builder. So I can go right here to my Readworks passage. I can hit the 3 ellipses and I can, I can assign it straight from here to the class I want. As long as you have all the answer choices selected for your multiple choice, OTUS will auto score it for you and put one large score for those 3 standards in your formative gradebook. I hope this was helpful. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have other questions. I tried to do it quick, but it gets really easy once you start building them. So remember, it's just cutting and pasting. Passage goes in the passage. Multiple choice questions are pretty easy to format. Also, if you want to build it and share it with me, then I can look at it and see if there's any recommendations I would make. So hopefully this was helpful. Don't hesitate to reach out with any questions.